Tapajonic art, the whisper of an ancestral people. Thank you for your interest in this short film. Do you believe it is possible that some type of art has the ability to resurrect a forest? Before answering this question, you must know the true story of Tapajonic ceramics. What you know is the story told by the European colonizers. According to the beliefs of the time, the original peoples of the Americas, Central and South, were not human. Destitute of soul and knowledge, they were above all incapable of producing art, the highest form of expression of humanity. There are two main reasons why the colonizer told us this story. The first shows its good faith. The European was not able to know the point and culture of ancient civilizations. Indeed, the diseases which arrived with them from the old continent very quickly spread through the innumerable rivers of the region, decimating the original peoples even before they had any physical contact with the white man. The second reason is different. The colonizers had a moral obligation to justify to Europe the use of their muskets against primitive weapons, which they got allowed to use by the supposed inhumanity of the natives. They could thus profit from the slavery of native peoples from wood, gold, and silver, very abundant in the region, without moral or religious dilemmas. The average European, of course, did not know the truth. The Tapajós village had been exterminated. However, sooner or later, even after being buried deep in the dense Amazon rainforest, the truth eventually comes out. Recent archaeological excavations deny this story as it was told at the time by the colonizers. It is in Brazil, in the state of Pará, at the mouth of Tapajós River, a tributary of the largest river in the world, the Amazon. The most important archaeological site of Tapajonic art is found. The study of archaeological remains proves that the soil was considered sacred by native peoples. Natural raw materials, designs, lines, colors, shapes, and characters marry different models. This allows us today the clear identification of each people as well as an exact reconstruction of magnificent scenes of the past. The pieces found were saved and reintegrated into their culture by the few descendants of these native peoples. They still live in the area and are brought to you by 1.61 trade. Will the story repeat itself? The Brazilian government is unfortunately looking to build a complex of 7 hydroelectric plants along the Tapajós River, the only watershed in the Amazon that does not yet produce electricity. These constructions, once completed, will cause a huge environmental impact. Another threat that marks the territory of the Tapajós River is mining. Indeed, it leaves traces of heavy metals, contaminates the forest and the aquatic life, and above all, makes it impossible to consume water. One thing is certain. If it depends on 1.61 trade, history will not repeat itself. Indeed, the artists in our catalog organize and support social projects in schools and communities to disseminate, affirm, and establish new bases, respecting the traditions and values of ancient peoples, starting with the forest. The work India Ceramista, the Indian ceramist, represents the ceramist herself, materialized by the piece. The work O Xamã, the shaman, with the expression of trance in the eyes, illustrates the ceramist's access to the rituals of his tribes, as well as to dialogue with the dead. The work entitled Pé na Boca, Foot in the Mouth, portrays a child in this position, the timeless position of all children. Beyond the ancestral village, ceramics of Tapajós, the cuyas, are small balls of Santarém, are also works that safeguard traditions. Made from the fruit of the calabash tree, the cuyas are designed and dyed with materials in the neighboring communities. In terms of Tapajonic art, ceramics and cuyas are references. The works in our collection are seen positively by critics, for the excellence of the dialogue between art and technique. Tapajonic art is able to resurrect, yes, the voice of a people who love the forest. Do you hear it?